Right. So, hello everyone. I should start with that. I've just done a video in this, like, literally just stopped it. I've just done my new rebranded Fight Talk, and realized that I took notes for that video. I took a few notes for it, and for this video, I've took no notes. So it's just going to be more of like a me talking shit, getting off subject, and I'm going to try and not go longer than 20 minutes. But yeah, this is going to be my. So I always said I was going to do this video, and then I sort of like turned it into the Last Chance You review, which I haven't even ended up finishing. I said it was going to be a 4-part, and then I did say at the end of part 2 I'm going to make it a 3-part. But I just got that bored with Last Chance You because of how much of a fucking absolute knobhead that coach JB is that I couldn't be asked finishing it, so I've not finished it. So I'm not going to finish it either. It's just going to stay where it is. But I did say I was going to do an NFL video, and this is going to be the NFL video. It's going to go over all the series that I've watched, everything I know about NFL, college football, and I'm guessing by the colours of my little colour scheme that I've changed. This isn't going to stay like that because I like the pink. But I'm going to announce I'm not going to announce it. I'm not going to make you wait. So yeah, I am now. So I did say, do you know what? I'm trying to get into that because I want to discuss the tweet. So I'll tell you what, we'll just get into it. So that's where we'll start. So I've been watching a lot. I ended up watching the Swamp Kings documentary, but like I've said in numerous videos, I knew about the Swamp Kings. I didn't know they were called the Swamp Kings, but I knew about that Florida team because I liked them at the time. I remember Tim Tebow. I think I learned about them by Tim Tebow. I didn't know about him at the time, but Tim Tebow and Aaron Hernandez. Aaron Hernandez's crazy story, and Tim Tebow being like one of the biggest flops of all time post college career. That's how I learned about that team, and I really looked into it. And they've got like obviously had quite a few big players in the team who went in had good careers in the NFL. So I ended up watching the Swamp documentary, which got me into NFL documentaries. Then I watched the Johnny Manziel documentary, which is the same, the Untold on Netflix. But I liked Johnny Manziel live, so I remember him blowing up, and I liked him. I enjoyed him. Like I got into college football, and I liked Texas A&M at the time as he was playing. So he got me into supporting them. And after like he went to the Cleveland Browns or whatever it was, I sort of like felt out of it. It was just like a flavour of the month. But yeah, like I watched that documentary, and then that led me to start getting back into Hard Knocks. But I used to watch Hard Knocks on and off all the time. Like sometimes I've had nothing to watch, I'd just jump into a series of Hard Knocks. I remember watching Hard Knocks rough at my mum and dad's house on like Sundays when I used to go out Friday, Saturday into town. And then Sundays would always be in bed all day, and I used to just consume series. So, I remember like watching all of Heroes in a couple of weekends, and all of Lost in a couple of weekends. And I remember watching loads of Hard Knock series because it used to be on Sky. You used to be able to get it on the Sky on demand, I guess. When you had the Sky box, you could go onto the whatever Sky's version of the thing was and watch things on through your Sky box. And Hard Knocks used to always be on that. So I used to always watch Hard Knocks when I was rough on Sundays. So I've liked Hard Knocks, so that got me back into Hard Knocks. I then watched the Quarterback series on Netflix with Marcus Mariota, Kirk Cousins, and Patrick Mahomes, who wins the Super Bowl in that series, which is fucking sick. Sorry, spoiler if anyone. And then that led me to watch All or Nothings. I've watched them all except the second one because I couldn't be asked with a big moving from Detroit to LA with the Rams or whatever it was. And then today in work, I've ended up that skint on things to watch. That I watched Coach Prime, which is that the guy, whatever his name is, who was sick at who won 2 Super Bowls and played in the World Series of MLB, which is obviously very sick, but very shit series. And then he's left, and he straight away said that it was like his calling to. I don't understand the college system, but he said it was his calling to like reinvent this college system, and now he's just bailed it already. But yeah, I've enjoyed consuming all these series. I'm sure there's a couple of other things that I've watched about the NFL. I still don't understand anything. Don't understand the draft. Don't understand how it works. Don't understand the league system. Don't understand the playoffs. I don't understand anything. And I have slagged NFL off to death, and I still think people who stay up and watch a Super Bowl are sad because it's too long. But maybe I think I could potentially stay up and watch a Super Bowl now. So, but anyone who's followed me over the years will know I used to do this with MMA. I used to slag MMA off to death and terrorize it and say people who watched it were idiots. And then now I like MMA. So I am very much, I do slag things off. having never seen it, never consumed it, never given it a chance, and then like, don't know what the word is, but like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Just not ignorantly, unapologetically. That's not the word I'm thinking of. Where you just don't care. I'll slag something off and then just jump into it and like it and pretend that I never didn't like it. I can't think of the word what I'm thinking of. Someone will be watching this knowing the word I'm thinking of, but whatever. So yeah, I like NFL now. Probably not enough to ever sit and watch a game. Someone said I need to watch this Red Zone. It's on a Sunday, and all they do is when teams get into the Red Zone, they flick to that match, which sounds like something I'd probably like. But I also probably don't like NFL enough to even watch that, because say the Arizona Cardinals are playing the New York Giants. I don't give a fuck about anything that's happening in that game. Not the red zone, not the defense, not nothing. I don't give a fuck about anything in that game. So maybe I don't even care about it enough to watch that. But I have decided. So I tweeted saying I was choosing between Carolina Panthers and Philadelphia Eagles for no other reason other than I like Philly. And I want to go to. I've had a cheesesteak in Philly, and I would love to go to Philly and get another cheesesteak. And I would love to actually. So we had a layover in Philly, so I would love to go to Philly properly and explore Philly and eat cheesesteaks and watch Philly. And I'm obsessed with Southern America. I love the Southern American accent. I love Southern American way of living. Obviously, Southern America was not the best for Black people a lot of the time, but now it is. And I just love the South America. So it was the Panthers, Carolina Panthers, and because J. Cole's from Carolina, North Carolina, but he's not even into NFL, I've realised. But still, they were the two teams anyway, so I sent a tweet saying I can't decide between them two teams. And everyone's like, you can't choose the Philadelphia Eagles. That's like choosing Man City, as if I know the Philadelphia Eagles are good. The only thing I know about the Philadelphia Eagles is they won the Super Bowl because of the one series of All or Nothing, and then they had a shit year. And then I watched, because I hate this Carson Wentz, hate him massively because he's a little baby, and then everything I've read about him even more makes me hate him even more. So I watched a thing about it, and I read an article about him. Sorry, and it said Philadelphia went the season after the season where they never even did that well. They just scraped in the playoffs. They had to win the last 4 games to scrape in the playoffs, and then they lost in the first playoff game. The year after that, they finished 4-11, and that's all I know about the Philadelphia Eagles. That's it. I didn't realize until 8:30 ring, Dad. I didn't realize until after people started telling me, oh, you're basically choosing Man City, that they was in the Super Bowl last year. I didn't know that. I just chose based on location that they're a really good side. So based on that, and based on the fact that everyone are cunts, and based on the fact that I have technically been to Philly and I will go to New York again soon, so I'll probably fly, or we'll go to LA soon, so I probably will stop at Philly, or we'll go to New York and stop at Philly. Carolina Panthers are my new team. That's why I've gone with this colour scheme. My little guy, I actually copied and pasted the Carolina Panthers panther into this and then colour matched it for these. So that is the Carolina Panther proper colour. So I'm a Carolina Panthers fan now. I have been told that they've drafted an absolute shithead of a quarterback, unfortunately. So we're going to be shit forever for a long time. I do like how NFL, I don't know it, but I like how NFL, how the teams all swap being good and bad because of the draft. It's not like you can buy your way out of trouble. Like the Dallas Cowboys have got all the money in the world, but they can't be good because it's not how it works, is it? Do you know what I mean? And I hate their owner, Jerry Jones. Why is he? Is he not just like an American version like Glenn Taplin, who's just appointed himself as a general manager? Own a club, you shouldn't be the general manager. But yeah, I'm now a Carolina Panthers fan. I'll look out for the results. I'll probably never watch them play unless they get to a Super Bowl, which is not going to happen anytime soon. But that's who I support. I couldn't name you one of the players. I don't know one Carolina unless I think he's not there anymore. Is he the weird quarterback? What's he called again? I forgot his name. Cam Newton's not even there anymore. So I literally don't know a Carolina Panthers player. Don't know one of them. Can't tell you a single name because Aaron, a lad who came on the podcast on Tuesday, said they've signed a shit quarterback who's dead small and shit. And if he told me his name, and if he did, I forgot it. So yeah, but I support the Panthers. They were a good kit. I like the colour blue. I'm going to buy a hat, at least a bob hat for the winter of theirs. But yeah, they're my team, and the NFL's sick. Will I watch games? Probably not. I do like consuming the reality stuff to it. I just think the games are too long and too stop-start for me. I'm not really into it. But I do like the physicality of it. People who say that rugby is like, oh, fucking rugby is like the man's version of it. No, it is not. Just because they don't wear pads does not mean, mate, these run into each other 100 miles an hour. Like, there's actual fouls in rugby. Anything goes in NFL. The only thing that you're not allowed to do is, from what I know so far, is tackle them below the knee, because people was doing it and snapping people's kneecaps and fucking blowing their ACLs and all kinds. I think that's like the only rule, mate. They dive into each other head first, head to head, strangle each other. They drag them down by their feet and everything. It's one of the most physical fucking sports I've ever seen in my life. And it's pretty sick. And I've dissed it for so long, and I think it's sick. And this video is 10 minutes long, and I'm kind of running out of things to say. Maybe I should have made notes. But yeah, my team is now the Carolina Panthers. I am going to support them forever. I didn't mean to wear this blue hoodie. It just came in the post today, and it was either that or wear my Harry Potter snooty that I already had on, so I just put it on for these two videos. But yeah, Carolina Panthers through and through. In terms of the things I've watched, the Swamp Kings is good. You should watch that. Untold Stories on Netflix, Swamp Kings. Untold Stories, Johnny Manziel, sick. I watched Quarterbacks, that was sick. I've watched all the All or Nothings, they're sick. I've been watching Hard Knocks, kind of. They're good. I need to watch this Kelsey thing between the two Kelsey brothers. So I only know the Kelsey older brother because he did the Philadelphia speech. Then he dressed up as one of them and he does the whole speech. And then I know the other Kelsey because he was in the Patrick Mahomes thing on quarterback. And I know he's now because he's going out with Taylor Swift. So they would have been a team that I liked, because I know Arizona's not in the South, but in the West. No, West is New York and that. So they're in the East, the East Coast, aren't they? Which is like Portland and that. And I do like that kind of like hippie living and stuff. Whereas like Southern America's sort of like whip his ass and all tough and that. East is like hippie and free loving and like, like they all like weed and stuff like that and chilled out and that. So Arizona Cardinals would have been a team, but then I realized that they are really, really good. So that would have been a bad team to pick. But no, we're riding with the fucking Carolina Panthers. That's my new team for life. I'll never watch NFL probably, and it's flavor of the month, and I'll be bored of it in a couple of months. But for the next forever, I will never choose a new team. Carolina Panthers are my team, and anytime I do an NFL video, it will be with this overlay. But yeah, I'm running out of things to say. I didn't do any notes, so this is it. This is my NFL video. So bye. Everyone watch my live chat from Sunday. Everyone watch my fight talk from today, and everyone have a fucking good time. See you later.